Chubstep.
Jrad. Cacao.
Creating the oil of judgment.
Steed.
Chubstep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
If I can't scuba, then what's this all been about? What am I working toward?
Did you used to be a piece of shit?
Oh, yeah. Slick back hair, white bathing suit, sloppy steaks, white couch. You would have not liked me back then.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show started.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, I want Chubstep to be the #1 podcast on Amazon.
That's right. We don't care about any other platform, just Amazon.
Amazon's taking over.
That was on the spot, Steed. You just came up with that.
I just made that song.
Improv. That's improv.
Yep. I just plugged my Christmas tree in. And
oh, you're feeling festive.
yeah, it kind of inspired me because this, I guess, is going to be our Christmas episode.
This will come out after Christmas.
This is going to be after?
Yeah.
What?
This is not a Christmas themed episode. So
what week is it? What?
We're like ahead. We're ahead a little bit.
We're ahead an episode, aren't we?
Yeah, we're ahead an episode. So
because we recorded 2 that one time.
Yeah, just go ahead and it happens.
Well, I hope you guys had a good Christmas.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. You can ignore Steed's song because it's not relevant at this point.
I was going to ask you what you wanted for Christmas.
Too late. It already happened.
I know. This is weird. Well, all right. We'll do this. I'll ask you what you want. And then after this comes out, we can do a gift review. I know the gifts that Chubstep Amy gives you.
Okay, good. Yes. And I say if I like it or didn't like it?
Yeah, we got to put her on blast.
Oh, good. This is a great idea. This is great. Okay, what do I want? I would like #1 podcast on Amazon, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
#2 podcast on Spotify.
Oh, yeah. No one's topping Rogan.
And for everybody to share the episode with their friend. That's
what I don't think she can give you those gifts. So
this isn't from Chubstep Amy. This is from listeners.
Oh, okay. All right. What do you want that's under $50?
I had to do this we did like a Secret Santa exchange with my cousins. Turns out like $50 is not what it used to be.
No, I mean you can get Five Guys. You can get like a hamburger.
Oh yeah, I mean food. Yeah, I mean there's plenty of food stuff I'd like. Yeah, I would like like 1 hamburger and a fries from Five Guys. I think would cover the under $50.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can't buy iPods anymore.
Yeah. No.
I feel like you used to be able to get an iPod for 50 bones.
Yeah, things have changed.
Joe Biden, man.
Joe Byron.
I bought trash bags the other day.
Yeah.
Cheapest bags I could find were $5 for 20. I'm just throwing money away.
You're throwing the bags away. So technically you are throwing.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Good.
I like
that was a good joke. 2 hours.
It was good, dude.
2 hours of writing time after I left Jewel. I was like, I'm gonna get this in the pod somehow.
Great. Good content. And free advertising for Jewel Lasco, a local grocer in the Chicago area.
Yeah, I did buy another hunk of meat too, which is not in my crock pot. I forgot to start it this morning. It'll be in tomorrow.
If people don't know this about me, I cannot, even if I have like, 3 pork tenderloins, if I see another pork tenderloin that's like, $1 a pound or some super cheap amount, I'm buying that every time.
Mm-hmm. You got to.
Like you just got to get the meat deals. So I stock up on unnecessary meats. My meat collection in the freezer is quite extensive.
It's how you offset inflation because the rich people come in and they buy the fresh meat, the fresh full priced meat.
Exactly.
And then any stuff the rich people don't want, the scraps, they just sell it to the common folk at a heavy discount.
Anytime I see that yellow tag on there, it's mine.
Mm-hmm. I buy I almost bought another prime rib roast.
Mm.
just because it was half off. I was like,
Yeah.
it's still $50,
Yeah,
but like,
that's the problem. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, this brisket's great, great deal. Like normally 120, it's 60 right now. I'm like, I
yeah,
actually that's still more than I want to spend on brisket.
yeah, it's still like
Uh,
12, $15 a pound,
yeah,
whatever.
exactly, exactly. Uh, so what's been going on with you, Steve?
I had a segue all planned, but then we skipped past it. All right,
Well,
you
let's,
start.
let's not skip. What was your
No,
segue? I want to
no,
hear your
it's
great
okay. You
segue.
go.
Let's go
You
back.
go.
Let's hear your
You
great
go.
segue.
You
I want to hear the
go.
segue.
I
Pretend
don't
said,
have a segue
what did you need me
anymore.
to say for a segue?
With what we just talked about, can you bring up uh the Pope somehow?
The Pope, every year he has the same gift on his Christmas list.
That son of a bitch.
Did you know that?
What is it? World
Oh, he won't
peace or
tell
some
anybody.
shit?
It's between him and God.
Oh,
He doesn't tell
well,
anybody.
you'd think that if there's one guy that's gonna get what he wants, it's the Pope.
Oh, I would think so. I would
So
think
maybe
so.
why doesn't he get it? It's probably a big
Well, who said
ask.
he doesn't get it? I don't understand Italian is the problem, and that's what he mostly speaks. So
Oh yeah, I've only heard God speak in like old timey English
yeah,
voice.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. How come I never hear God speak in Italian?
Yeah.
Every time I ever hear him is big booming English voice.
Anyways, Jay the Pope, big news, big news. People are riled up.
Bing bang.
Mhm.
He has, and he is now blessing gay people.
And people are upset about this.
People are pissed.
Oh my God! I'm assuming not gay people are not pissed about this.
Gay people, from the comment section of these articles that I've been reading, because I was like, there's got to be some good stuff in here, and gay people are just like, great, who cares?
Yeah.
Uh, then you've got the camp of they're just doing it for money. And then you've got the people who are just pissed.
Yeah.
Like this guy. He said, not sure the Pope even owns a Bible, much less read it or read it.
So now, so he's going after the Pope specifically. I thought he would be going after gay people. He's going after the Pope.
No, he's pissed at the Pope.
Okay.
This guy says recall. Oh, okay. I'm not even joking. This commenter's name is Jrad Z. Jared.
No, it's not.
I'm
Is there
not
other
even
letters
joking.
and numbers in there?
No, I will. I can send you a picture of it, but the commenter's name is Jrad Z.
Oh my God. Okay. On what website is this?
This is on. I think this is MSN. This is an
Okay.
MSN news article. So
Okay.
Jared
Okay.
said
Apparently it's
recall Pope Francis.
Can you do that? Can you just recall him? Is it like
I don't know.
this guy
I mean,
says too much
recalled
election
Trump.
stuff recently? I don't know if I don't know if you really elect the Pope the same way. He gets the democratic election on the Pope from the general people.
Well, Jay, you must have been wasted this weekend when you wrote that comment.
I don't remember saying that. Is it possible I was wasted? I would say unlikely. Here's the thing, Steve. I didn't know he wasn't doing that. And how does he know if somebody is or isn't? Because I feel like when he does these blessings, I've seen him do these mass blessings. I've never seen this, Steve. There's like he basically just he can do it sometimes from the car. Sometimes people go to a room where there's basically like separated sometimes between like glass and something, and he just can do like a mass blessing.
Oh, that'd be good.
But I don't believe because I could have signed up for this while we were in Italy, and I don't think there was like a questionnaire asking your sexual orientation before doing that, to my knowledge.
There's got to be like some guards at the door or something, like before this.
Maybe he just maybe it was like a don't ask, don't tell thing before. Like he basically just wasn't asking, and now he's just saying yes, I'll do it.
Like it's cool, guys.
Yeah.
Jay, I got one. This last comment. This is opening up a lot of questions. He says that Pope is as bad as the big guy. Big guy in all caps. Who's the big guy?
It used
Who's
to be
bigger than the Pope?
Used to be John Goodman, but he's lost a lot of weight. My thought is he's knowing what he's talking about here. I would say probably the God. He's referring to or JC maybe.
That Pope is as bad as the God. That's what he's saying. He got 10 likes on this and 7 dislikes. So they're divided about this big guy comment.
What I've realized with comments on the
I'm gonna
internet, yeah, you
Google
look
who's the big guy.
who's the big guy, yeah. So what I've realized is that with a lot of these comments on Facebook is that I just never understand the context of what a lot of people are talking about. I have this neighbor that on Facebook keeps just posting things like that'll be like, oh, they had this coming, something like that, and they'll have like a million. And I don't know, he'll probably have like 10 comments that'll be like, no, he'll have 10 comments underneath this things that'll say, oh, I know. I can't believe they would do that. And it's like, I have no idea what the context of this is,
They're
but
all
people
talking
just
about
know.
different people.
They're probably all talking about exactly. And like, they all think they're talking about the same thing. And like, like he'll say something like Jesus would never stand for this. And like, but again, no context of like what he's talking about. I feel like that's what these kind of people are. They don't really even know what they're talking about at this point.
Well, this one, I don't know why. I'm not surprised at all. The big guy's Joe Biden.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Apparently in an email, Hunter referred to somebody as the big guy, and
okay,
the big guy is Joe Biden, and this guy's still pissed about Hunter doing a little bit of blow.
So that does check out that this guy would also be commenting about the Pope and Joe Biden. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to say I disagree. I said the Pope. I think it's a good thing. I didn't know at first. I didn't know he apparently wasn't doing this, but I think he should be. And I definitely think that the Catholic Church could use more good PR versus bad PR. So I think this is a good move for them.
They'll turn it around. I mean,
yeah,
if you're unsure, join the Church of Four Pillars.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing is if people are upset about anything, there's alternatives out there for any way you view anything, and that alternative is always the Church of Four Pillars, which you can join. It's Steeds cult. It's a doomsday cult, so it's there's an end. There's an end to means.
But we're in a simulation, so if the simulation gods want to keep it going, it'll just keep going.
That's the thing.
It will end with an asteroid.
An asteroid.
Well, it just reminded me of when the Dalai Lama licked that kid or whatever.
Oh yeah,
what was he doing?
We talked about that before.
He was licking kids.
Yeah, we're like, let's not do that. Avoid any like main physical, contact with a kid, regardless of your religion or any of that kind of stuff. I'd say avoid that.
I just kissed for the first time, and I could sense something was wrong, and so he pulled away. I asked him if he was okay, and he said that he felt dead inside. And then he went to the bathroom, and I asked him if he's okay again, and he said that he just felt repulsed.
I was in Miami this past weekend, Steve.
That's so baller.
Visiting a buddy of mine. He just moved down there. And while I was there, I sent you a couple things happened. One, I sent you a picture of a man of war on the beach.
You did.
And I sent that to you specifically because you're a big fish guy.
I am a big fish guy.
Here's okay. So there had been really the first day we were there, super windy and like rainy, like kind of like sideways winds, pretty crazy winds. I think it was like 30 something mile an hour winds. And so we went to the next day. It was nice. We go to the beach and like all of like a lot of coral and a lot of stuff had washed up onto the beach, like a crazy amount. And there was all of these things that, looked like, I mean, they look like a plastic bag. I don't know what it looks like. I need to recycle this is what it looks like all over the beach. Because there'd be some of these like I'm not joking. If you were in a 10 by 10 square, there was maybe 25 of them. I mean, like there was an insane amount of man-o-wars. Like I did this little video that was just me panning from left to right, like just as I was walking along the ground, and there was like 4 or 5 just in that little spot. So these things, obviously like super dangerous jellyfish type of things.
The Portuguese man of war.
Portuguese man of war.
Otherwise known as blue bottles, if you're down under and watch Bondi Rescue.
But these are bad, right? So, I mean, You don't want to get stung by a Portuguese man of war. And had my friend not pointed out, he's a big fish guy as well. Had he not pointed this out, I might have poked it because it looks fun to poke.
It looks well. I think you can actually poke the top part, but
Yes, as long as you don't flip
their
it over.
tentacles get real long, and
Yes. And if we would have stayed walking on kind of this, originally we were going to kind of just walk over some of this, loose stuff that was on the beach. And then after we saw the amount, some people had open-toed shoes and we're like, yeah, this is
Ooh.
not a good idea. But I had never seen one in real life. I remember an old Baywatch episode. I've seen very few Baywatch episodes, but there was one where there was, some man of war that was terrorizing the beach. It's a cool name though.
it's a really cool name. It's metal, metal as hell.
It's very metal. I would say it looks like a giant clear blue jelly belly with little tentacles that are dangling off of it.
Yeah, just little stingies, still got
Little
stingies.
stingies.
I don't
Little
think it's actually like life-threatening stings, not like the irukandji,
Okay.
or the box jellyfish. But I think it'll hurt pretty darn bad.
Rarely deadly, it says.
Yeah.
But it causes welts on the skin.
Yeah, like kind of like your stingray that got you in the ankle there.
Yes.
And you
It
had
does
everybody
say
piss on you.
even after it's been washed up for weeks, it can still sting you.
Oh, that would be annoying.
Yes. But these things, it doesn't look real. I mean, it looks like a fake. It looks like somebody makes this out of plastic. Like this is a toy made in China. I will say I do see some cool kind of welts and scars from people that have been stung by these, and it kind of looks like a cool tattoo. So one positive of this, if you would like to consider that.
That's pretty metal.
It is. There was two interesting Uber experiences there. One, there's an Uber driver that picked us up. I saw him, he switched something on his phone from, he had to look up something else while he was driving us. His wallpaper on his phone was just a selfie of himself with just a blue background.
Hell yeah.
And I'd never seen that before. I was like looking at him, and then I looked at his phone at just another picture of him, and then it's like I'm looking at two of the same thing. And it wasn't like, it was not a selfie. It was like a cool, like, hey, I'm at the beach background, or I'm at some monument, or some foreign land. It was literally just like
his license picture.
It was literally like a license picture. It says, but clearly he took it. Like nobody else took this photo.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what is this? Strange.
I'm thinking he loses his phone a lot. And then people are like, how do we know it's your phone? And he just taps it, so a live stream comes up and it's just his face. They're like, all right, yeah.
All right. That's fair. No, because nobody else would choose that man and that face as a profile picture. No, it's very odd move. Sometimes people have a significant other on there, and I could see them doing a profile picture, just of somebody else that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Of yourself, it's an odd move. There was also, this was last night, we were going to go to dinner. We were going from one side of Miami to the other. We went down a long freeway that had water on both sides of it. There was no exits for a long time. You had to get kind of from one side of the town to the other. We had water on both sides.
How close to the road? How much land are we talking about?
There is like a shoulder, and then it's water. Like two lanes going each way, a shoulder, and then like a guardrail, and then water right next to that. So it's a long stretch, it's a couple miles of this. So we have this dinner reservation at 9:30. We leave at like 9:10. It's 20 minutes away. We are so we're gonna get there like right on time. We turn onto this kind of long stretch of road, and then traffic just starts getting really bad. And it is not moving. Time goes by. All these cruise ships are parked along the right side of us. Miami's the cruise ship capital of the world.
Oh.
Time starts bringing up. It's 9:30 at this point. We're like, all right, we're not going to make this. Call them. All right, we're going to try to get there at 10. Is 10 fine? Yeah, 10's fine. 9:45. 10 happens. We realize we're not making this thing.
Oh my God.
We started looking up cruise ship facts. I learned a lot about cruise ships.
Okay.
A cruise ship, I think one of them is like, it used like 80,000 gallons of fuel in a week, which is more than like most people use in their whole lifetime.
Yeah, that's a lot of fuel.
And there, yeah, there's all these things about how there's a morgue on there's a morgue on Carnival on cruises. There is a separate bar for just the crew members on cruises.
Oh,
There's a bunch of little fun facts. We were just sitting looking at cruises. We need something to talk about while we're sitting here. Anyway, the time we get to so you could see a bunch of like the road signs that were saying, "Hey, go down to one lane up
yeah.
ahead." We finally get to this thing. It is now 10:30.
Oh.
We've been sitting in traffic for an hour and 20 minutes.
How do you not get out?
Well, there's nowhere to go. We're like this is a super long stretch with just water on the side. There is literally
you're on
nowhere
the
to go.
waters to the side thing.
The water on both sides. This is why I was getting the water on both sides. We finally get to the spot where like it's going to one lane. They were going to have you like loop around and take a different kind of bridge over the water. And then as soon as we get to that spot where it is, it clears up. The accident's gone.
Oh my
There's some
God.
accident up ahead. Literally, as we get to the turn lane,
jeez,
clears up. Everybody drives through. It's 10:30. So now we've been sitting in this Uber with this guy that we paid $13 for an hour and 20 minutes.
You only paid $13 for that?
Well, that's all it was to get to the spot. But now it's supposed to take 20 minutes. Now it's going to take an hour. Now it's hour 20, and now we don't even need to go there anymore.
Damn, I wonder if Uber ended up paying him more or what.
So here's the deal. We're like, hey, this place isn't open. We need to go somewhere else. So he brings us somewhere else. And of course, we think it's open. Google said it's open. It's not open. We end up just going back. We just end up going back to the apartment.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing about him. We had to give him a bad rating. He didn't get us there in time.
Yeah, you got to give him if
0
you could
stars.
give him 0 stars.
0 stars if I could. He couldn't get us there in time. That's on him.
What was he doing? Did he not like route plan or anything? Or
he took the route that I told him to go. We told the route. No, in reality, he was a very nice guy, and we just Venmoed him some extra money because we felt bad.
I probably would have walked.
There was some people walking, and then my friend who lives there is like, it is 2 miles.
That's a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
If you got the legs,
But then you're gonna? I don't know where you're going. Like
I could jog 2 mile. Well, I guess 2 mile jog.
You're gonna realize 20 miles just to the end of this like freeway part we're at. Like this not. It doesn't mean like where you're going is right there.
Well, then you hitch another ride.
Yeah, they hitch another. Exactly.
Call another Uber.
But that's I think one of the worst. It's very rare that a road like completely shuts down. That one was like completely. And of course, like when you have like
they do it here all the time on freaking Randall Road.
You get that accents and stuff.
Oh my God, people just love driving into each other, and then the cops are like, "Yeah, I think shut it all
down instead of just letting
4
one lane
lanes
through
with shoulders and a median in the middle. We gotta shut it
down.
I'm like, okay,
yeah,
I'm going through, so
yeah, so watch out.
Yeah.
And you can check out my license plate frame that says "Listen to Chubstep Podcast" while I do it.
Yep. No, flip them off and everything.
Nice. What's something we get to here, Steve?
Jay, I got a flat tire yesterday.
Oh no!
And
sad.
It was sad. Never buy Hankook tires. They're shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, dog shit. Pieces of shit. They're the worst tires I've ever owned. I paid premium price for those things too. These aren't bottom of the line Hankooks that I outfitted on my Ford Focus ST.
Yeah.
252 horsepower. Okay. I got good ones. Joe Biden had just given me the money for my taxes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or it was COVID.
The stimulus one.
Yeah, he just gave us a bunch of money. I was like, I'm gonna buy some sick ass tires.
Yeah.
Day one, pieces of shit. They're horrible. Deteriorate super fast.
Mm-hmm.
My Pirellis, my Italian ones. Now those were tires.
They matched your Gucci glasses. They
really did.
They matched them well.
I felt good driving them, or on those. The Hankooks, pieces of shit. One blew up on me, and I was like, "Well, I gotta change my tire." Guess how long it took me to change my tire?
You're experienced. You're pro here. But your car might be difficult to do it. I don't know. Sometimes spares are in a weird spot. I'm going to say 20 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes?
I don't have an exact time.
Yeah.
Not even kidding. I went into I was like, fucking piece of shit, Hankook tires, and I'm all pissed. And then I go out and I'm like, oh, I got a full size spare. I just
like
started undoing shit. Is
just
this the
undo
right
it. Yeah.
jack point? Who gives a
Who
fuck?
cares? Who cares? Who cares?
Tire's broken anyway.
That's true. Yeah. What's worse can happen? It just goes to the floor, right?
Yeah.
So I
You
guess
need a
is the
tire?
moral
I'll
of the story.
change your
No, I'm
tire.
good on tires. Is the moral of the story not to buy the Hankook tires?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I remember we did slander Firestone
Oh
tires.
yeah, because they were supporting like
They
African warlords or something,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're limiting the amount of we got like Dunlop, Goodyear, we got a few companies that people can still buy tires from.
I feel like Goodyear is you're not supposed to do Goodyear either. But
Because the blimps are bad for the environment.
I don't think it's the blimp. I think they did like genocide or something.
Okay, well let's save that for another. I guess we can talk about why every tire company is killing us.
Okay, Trump is just pissed at Goodyear. That was a Trump thing. You guys can
Yeah.
do Goodyear.
Okay, okay. It was, okay.
No,
I got you.
MAGA attire was unacceptable at Goodyear.
Okay.
Nice wheels, Mike. This is new?
Not quite. Like your mother, it's been previously loved and paid for by a couple of guys.
I guess this means you cleared your debts, huh?
No, I've added this to my debt.
Last thing I want to get to here, Steed. We'll do a little shorter show. Have you noticed we're talking street, we're talking roads. It was a good segue from roads to
Okay,
tires.
double road talk. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now we're gonna go from tires involving on a street to street lights. And I know you had a big light segment the other day. This is about have you seen these purple lights that are on the road?
Oh, yeah, they're big in Florida.
Purple?
They're bigger in Florida.
Okay.
I remember seeing them, and I don't think I ever looked it up, but it intrigued me.
So people have, I don't know if you've noticed, these are kind of randomly all over the place. It is like you said of your normal LED white, kind of a cool white street light. Some of them are turning purple.
Mm-hmm.
And now when I first saw this, it was in Florida, Steve. You're right. It happened. It's started a lot more in Florida. I think I saw it in Tampa like 2 years ago. It was end of 2020. And my friend who I was with that lives in Tampa said, oh, they're changing this because at night it is easier in drivers' eyes. For a purple light versus like it's kind of interesting. I could kind of see that like it's less jarring to your eyes, right?
So your eyes aren't like
yeah, a white light. But don't look this up yet, see, because I'm going to tell you what the reality is here.
Damn it! I was going to say I don't think that's right.
No, it turns out that's not. So I had that assumption. I had that assumption for about 2 years. That's
stupid.
For about 2 years until I was driving with my dad, or 3 years until I was driving with my dad the other day. He's like, "Oh yeah, all these damn." He doesn't say it like this, obviously, because he doesn't talk like that. All these goddamn LEDs keep breaking. Basically, it's like, hey, all these LEDs suck. They're malfunctioning now. They're showing a purple light. And I said, oh, because I was told that these are just because it makes it easier on your eyes. Like, no, there's something wrong with it. I look it up. Turns out this is the result of a phosphor coating that these LEDs have that's delaminating from the LEDs. So this is a manufacturer defect that is causing these light instead of a white color. Like basically the white part of it is, it's a combination of a few colors. Part of it is burning off, and it is causing basically this purple light that you see.
That's weird that it's like, well, maybe Florida was like the first to switch to the LEDs.
It's very possible, or maybe it has something to do with the heat. So it's delaminating. It has to do with something with the temperature changes and stuff like that. But you'll start to see this, and it's on the manufacturer to kind of replace these. So you're talking about a company potentially losing a ton of money. They put out a product that they said they tested a bunch, but now it's been out a couple of years. They were supposed to be good for 10 years, and it's not anywhere close. It literally just has a purple light. People apparently were calling into towns and saying, "Is this like a Halloween thing that's going on?"
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, and they're like, "Nope, this is actually just a shitty light bulb that we bought. So sorry about that. We're going to replace that."
I kind of like the purple when I drove by because it's
I
not
don't
like
hate it.
It's not like crazy purple.
No, it does look like somebody's like a Halloween thing somebody put.
Yeah, it looks chill. First time seeing them, I was like, nice. That's cool, dude. Purple lights.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was intentional. It is definitely not. Just some manufacturer defect. So if people see that, be aware.
I like it. That would have fit in perfectly with the light bulb segment.
Yeah, I didn't think about it at the time. My thought is that you kind of like if this is happening in Minnesota, maybe you like switch some of the other bulbs to yellow and you just have like a Vikings themed,
Oh yeah, Vikings Drive. Yeah.
Vikings drive. It's like own it a little bit is kind of my thought.
They
Like
might
do
be
some
able. Yeah.
yeah, it's
They're not
no, this is how
replacing
it's supposed to be.
theirs.
This is how it's supposed to be. Trust me, trust me, trust me.
Supposed to be
Uh
purple.
yeah. Was there anything else you want to get to, Steve?
Um, I just want to say that I think they should make the street lights black.
Okay.
Black lights. Black
Like a
lights.
black light so it shows any
So it shows how dirty your car is when you
yeah,
drive
there you
under it.
go.
And then I'm gonna open up a car wash at the end of the
Oh,
road, and I'll be rich.
I like that idea. It does seem like it would be not actually that good at illuminating things.
Well, you have headlights on your car
Good point. What do you even need
for
streetlights
a
for?
reason. So why are
Yeah,
we wasting all this money on streetlights anyway?
that's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, I like this idea. People do need more scrutiny under a black light than they get. Like, the only time you see it now is in maybe you're in like a crazy nightclub or when somebody does some sort of video about how dirty a hotel room is. And then they see
Yeah,
the splotches of uh, semen on the wall and stuff like that.
yeah.
And they're like,
No,
hey,
that's
look, oh, this is this fancy hotel. Look at the wall. It's covered.
I've got
Orgies
a
happened here.
I have a black light lamp and a mirror set up right at my
Yeah.
front door. So every time I leave,
Oh,
I do a quick scan on the black light to
that's
make
a
sure
good
I don't have
idea.
any like semen or like other fluids just all over my
Yes.
body because
And
it's easy to miss.
you should check any guest that comes in there. Your one guest here, if you check
Well,
them, do a quick
don't spill
scan.
my secret. Don't spill my secret.
Once instead of a metal detector screening, you're having them do the black light test.
Yeah. And then I make
You
it
don't
a
want them
quick
bringing in
excuse.
some weird stuff.
No, especially like, I got one nice couch in here.
And you got fish to feed. You got like a fish get contaminated or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's actually a big thing because if people like stick their hands in my fish tank,
Yeah.
actually my beta fish is very friendly now. He loves me. His name is Stefan. He comes right up to the top and I put pellets in his mouth.
Nice.
Yeah, just put
Nice.
them right in his little fish mouth. He loves me
Nice.
so much.
Look at that.
If he
But
ever
if you
dies, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going in the Fox River and I'm going under the ice.
Yeah. Good, good. Well, let's hopes and prayers for Stefan. Thoughts and prayers and
Yeah.
hopes and dreams for him as well, I guess.
Yeah, he's a good fish.
Yeah, okay, good, good. All right. Well, people, email the show chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. Find us on YouTube, Chubstep Podcast, a little different experience. If you want to see our faces and our bodies are fully exposed.
Yeah, my
Good people. Steeds unbuttoned there. I've got my Jaguars Duval hat on
flexing. You can
that
see
I wear every episode.
my trap.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yeah. Email the show. Share the episode with a friend. Hope you had a good Christmas, and then New Year's is coming up. Steed, for people listening to this, we'll do a good New Year's segment and how.
Yeah, get ready for the new year.
Good. All right. There we go. All right. The show has ended. Be gone.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.